Oh boy, boy, boy. What up, though? How's everybody doing tonight? What up, though? What up, though? Let's go, peoples. How y'all doing? So I want to talk to y'all tonight. We're gonna have a quick workshop. I want to talk about today. If you have a personal vehicle, I don't know if you know about the NEMT industry. It's basically non-emergency medical transportation. I want to share some fundamentals on how you can get started in the industry, and we're gonna answer a few questions and tell you about what else we got going on uh, in this particular industry. So let a few people get in the building. Let a few people get into the building. What up, those are you? But once we do that, we can get started. So if you don't know what non-emergency medical transportation is, it is basically a Uber or Lyft, but it's for the medical transportation industry. And what they do is they allow everyday people like you, me, your auntie, your cousin, your brother, your sister to use their personal vehicle to transport people to appointments. You might be wondering why is that important? It's important because you can start something basically for you and your particular family starting a new business, and it's not too regulated at this moment. So, the reason why I'm sharing this information because in 2024, things might change, and if you're not in the industry right now, I strongly suggest you consider taking notes tonight and just running with the information and getting started. All right, so I'm gonna turn my camera around in a minute. Where's everybody from, though? I want to know where's everybody from. So when it gets time to like doing that provider enrollment form, sharing some information about how to fill out the provider enrollment form, then I can go to your state and be like, okay, well, this is where you need to go, and these are the questions you need to answer. You know what I'm talking about? So that'll help you out in the long run if I can get a general idea of where everybody's from. But I appreciate y'all coming on in. Like I said, I'm gonna turn my camera around so we can basically get started. So how do we do this? I forgot how we do this shit. I do this every time. Let me see. There you go. All right, there we go. Okay, so this particular industry, right? It allows you to use your vehicle to transport people to medical appointments. Case in point, there's people out here that's also trying to what I want to say sell their business because they've been in the industry I don't know however long. But let me pull up this tab and tell you how this all began. So back in 1965, Medicaid, Medicare went to Congress. As you can see, 1965, they went to Congress for Medicare and Medicaid in order for people that's needing transportation to get to their appointments. They needed some type of way for the government to assist them. And so back in 1965, they created House Joint Act, where they put into effect where you can get paid, or Medicaid pays for transportation for patients. Now the reason why this is important because you as a business owner, okay, you can partner up with Medicaid, Medicare, and get paid by transporting these people with the vehicle that you have currently at this moment. So if you have, besides, we can go over that later, but besides like a SUV, Cadillac Escalade, big vehicles like that, elderly people can't hop in and out of vehicles like that. But if you have a regular four-door vehicle such as Chrysler Town and Country, Ford Escort, anything of that nature, you can use that vehicle to transport people to their appointments and get paid for it. Now, So in 1974, this is basically when it came basically into effect, was well populated in all 50 states. So 1974, medical transport becomes the state's responsibility, meaning that if you wanted to, if a person needed to get to a doctor's appointment and they can't get on the bus line or have no way of transporting, getting transported to appointment, Medicare, Medicaid will pay for that particular service, you know. And this is where all these companies come into play, where you see private transportation companies that say, there and back transportation, things of that nature, right? Um, these are everyday people, just like you and me. There, that nobody that's special that started these particular businesses. So what I'm saying is, you, as a person that's watching this video right now, can jump into this industry as we speak. Now, when you're thinking about the fundamentals of how you get started, each state is different when it comes to starting a transportation business. Okay, all states have basically the basic fundamentals, meaning you got to take, you got to get, you have to have a driver's license, you have to have a car insurance, you have to have a decent running vehicle. Um, you have to fill out the provider enrollment form. So all those things, the basic things, everybody has to do. But in each state, they might require, one state may say you have to have commercial auto insurance and general liability insurance. Another state might just say that you just need commercial auto insurance. So when I tell you, or when we're gonna first start off, step number one is to do your own research, your own due diligence. What I mean by that is, you might need to know how much is a uh, application fee. What is the application fee for your state, or do your state require an application fee to get started? Application fees can range from $500 all the way up to like $800, depending on what your state requires. And we're gonna go over that in a minute, later on in this live, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So the reason why I wanted to give you the fundamentals, which is why this particular industry was created, is for you to understand that this business is basically for me, you, and anybody else that is interested in starting something and get paid for. So once you understand the fundamentals, then you can start doing your footwork to putting your plays in motion, putting your paperwork in motion. It's all about getting your business set up and things of that. So what I'm saying, you can get paid through Medicaid or these medical facilities, insurance companies, right? So let's get back to it. Now, what would be the first thing you would need to know when getting started? You might be wondering. So we're going to go here. Somebody drop their state in here real quick so I can go to your state so we can pull up some information. So I want to give y'all a better understanding of what you need to be looking for when we getting started. So if you drop your state in the comments real quick, I can go to your state so we can do some research and use you as an example when we first get started. If not, I might have. Let me see. Hold on. I'm just gonna I'll go with Texas. Okay, so first, when you're getting started, we're gonna do Texas, for example. If you want to start in the state of Texas, right? What would be the required? What would be one of the things that you need to know is what are they looking for to get started? Say, for instance, you want to know how much the application fee. That's one of the main things that you want to know. How much is it going to cost you? I get questions like this all the time, like how much does it cost? So the cost varies as far as startup costs. You can be all in at $5,000 getting this business started, and just think about this. We about 2 months away from tax time, so you can take your tax money and what I'm saying, put your get you some insurance. You can fill out the application fee. Let me see, let me get this application fee pulled up. New York, I know you always trust you, so I'm gonna pull up New York. So the main thing you want to know, what you want to know is, uh, is there an insurance requirement? Is there also an application fee? So Monday through Friday, no, I'm just not what I'm gonna do. Come on. So when we figuring out information, the basics that you need to understand is what am I going to do? What are the first like 5 steps I need to do to get started? One, you need to know you be paying, how much would it cost to get started. Meaning, you want to know the application fee. You want to know how much the insurance is going to be. You want to know if any certifications or licenses that's going to be needed. And in most cases, in most 50 states, you have to start off with you have to get your CPR certification and PASS certification, passenger assistant safety certification. So step number one would be do your research, figuring out what is required in your state. Now they have different. Oh, I forgot. All right, so you only can go to the get your EIN number Monday through Friday. I forgot about that. So the second thing you need to do is you need to get your EIN number from IRS.gov, but you only can do that Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And you can set up your business entities, whether that is a sole proprietorship, a LLC, a partnership, a estate, a trust. I believe those are all the ones. But LLC, either a S corp, C corp, or a single member disregarded entity. Now everybody knows that, or if you don't know, when you're applying for a EIN number, which is your social security number for your business, it is free. The first thing that you want to do is you want to get your EIN number, because this is going to allow you to file taxes and to get your business checking account. Those two things are going to be important. You need to file your taxes with the government when you start making money, and then you also need to get your business checked account, because that's going to be the only way that you're going to get paid. So since I can't pull this up, just know that you need to go to irs.gov whenever you decide to start, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Next thing you want to do after you get your EIN number set up is to let me see. Oh, that's what you want to do. You want to go to your state's website and you want to create your business entity. Meaning, this is where you all right, here we go. When you're setting up your business entity, so this is a LLC As you see, domestic limited liability company. This is a mock that we did last live that I did. So you want to fill out this, and usually when you're setting up your business entity, it's usually $50 to $100, maybe $200, depending on your state. But this is pertinent information that the only thing that you got to fill out in this particular articles or organization. When you're setting up an LLC, this is what you're going to be filling out: articles or organization. Article 1 will be your business name right here. It's the only thing that goes right here. Nothing needs to go in Article 2 unless you have some special, circumstances in your business where you only want to allow certain members to be allocated to speak for you in your business. This is where that will go. Article 3 is only important if you only want the LLC to be have a specific date, meaning you have a start date and an end date. That will go here. Most people do not put anything here. So don't worry about 2 or 3 unless you have, circumstances where you want to have your business structured in a certain way. Then I would contact maybe a CPA or a lawyer to help you out with that information. Next, you want to fill out Article 4, which is who is the agent, the person that's going to be receiving the information. I just put my information right here because this is the person that's going to be basically responsible for your business. So this is where your information will go. Your agent name, meaning the person that's going to be responsible for whatever duties you delegate. Address, city, state goes there. Now, if you do this on like on LegalZoom or something like that, they'll have you your registered agent as somebody else, and they charge you like $150. But in most cases, I would suggest everybody just to get your own information. Meaning, if any important documents get mailed to anybody, I want them to come to me, or whoever I delegate to have that power. I don't want nobody outside of my business get my information, my mail, and all that. So that's what this particular information is right here. Article 4 is basically whoever is going to be in charge of receiving your information, and that should be somebody in your business. And whatever your address is, you're going to put it right here. And then if you have another article that you want to put into your articles or organization, they give you 2 extra articles. So as you see, this is 4. This will be 5 or 6 if you want to add anything else. Next, you have to sign it, the signature. You click that right there. I'm in Michigan, so this might vary in your state, but it might be a little different from your state. But you'll click there, then sign it electronically. Then whoever submits this information will put all the information up in here. Then at the bottom, which is really important, if you're going to want your stuff emailed or mailed, preferably you will want to email so you can get it instantly. And then I believe most states, they have you, it takes about a week for you to get your LLC paperwork back. But if you want it in a timely manner, then you can choose the one that best fits your budget. And that's all it is for setting up your business entity. So the first thing we did was we got the EIN number. Then we set up our business entity. So now we locked and loaded and ready to go, basically. So we got the business entity set up. So if you got any questions, just let me know real quick before we move on. But I want y'all to get the basic fundamentals. Those 2 main things you have to get started, because like I said, you got to pay taxes, and then you also you have to pay taxes, and you want to get your business checking account, which is what we're about to go into next. So, all right, so we're moving on. So after we did all that, now you can use any business checking account that you want, depending on what your budget is. So say for instance that your budget is we'll say about $200 or something like that, you want to make sure that you get a business checking account that allows you to only deposit $200 in your account. So there's several big banks such as Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. So there's several banks that you can use as far as setting up your business checking account. So it really including Huntington. Yes, you're right. You're right, homie. You know what I'm talking about. So it really doesn't matter how you set that up, but you want to make sure. Me personally, I got one where you know what I'm saying the checks or the debits that we acquire on our account. You know what I'm saying it doesn't exceed like I believe 2,000 transactions or something like that. So it all depends on what you are doing, how you're setting up your business. So I just want to make sure you understand that. So I'll take you through a couple of these banks so you can see basically what type of information that they'll be requiring. We'll start with Bank of America, but like I said, you can just oh yeah, you're undefeated champion. You better say it.
Yep, I'm an undefeated champion. That's your wallpaper?
That's one of the wallpaper.
Yes, give me because I heard you talking.
You heard me talking? Okay, so like I was saying before, if you have some, you have a Pacific bank that you want to work with, just go ahead and work with whatever bank you want to work with. But this allows you to, you know what I'm saying, set up your business checking account because this is where you're going to get paid at. So once you start working with brokers, Medicaid, insurance companies and things of that nature, then you are, you know what I'm saying, you on your way to getting them checks from Medicaid and these insurance companies. So set up your business checking account. Like I said before, it's really no-brainer on this one. As you see, business advantages, fundamentals, essential tools for your business needs. There's a $16 or $0 monthly fee. It depends on what type of business checking account that you are setting up. And we just mainly need this because this is the only way that these brokers, these brokers, Medicaid, or insurance companies are going to deal with you. So set your business checking account up. You can use a credit union. I also have a credit union for one of my business checking accounts. So whatever you want to use, it's quite fine with them. So set up your business checking account. That's the next thing that you need to do. I just want to show you this. Show you Chase. But this is just a couple things that you can run into. But whatever state you're in, you know they have plenty of banks for you to start your business checking account. But I'm saying try to find one that has the minimum amount of deposits that you can put into the banks just to get started. You just want to get your business. You just want to get that route number and that account number. So when it's time that you submit your information to Medicaid or insurance companies, then you know what I'm saying you'll know where your money is coming to. But next, after we do our business checking account, now we want to start getting to the information as far as setting up the NMT business. So, say for instance you're driving, right? You have your driver's license and everything, and your driver is not medically certified, and something happens to that passenger while you're transporting them. Well, the company could be liable for that particular driver not having at least a CPR certification. So next thing we need to do that's what we're going to talk about now. You need to go and get your CPR certification from Red Cross. What's the name of that? YMCA's or anybody that hold a certification class. CPR certification class can start as low as $35 all the way up to $99. So online is usually like $35, $37. In person is more like $97. Me personally, I will go in to the class because it's only maybe a 4-hour class, and you'll be able to perform on the I don't want to call them dummies, but those little dials, so you can really get your hands dirty and know exactly what you're doing, because if you do it online, all you're doing is answering questions. But I'm saying if you strap for time, you can just do it online and get CPR certified. Because if you go into brokers, you might not know what a broker is, but some states have brokers where you can't directly talk to Medicaid or get patients from Medicaid. You have to go through a broker, is what they call it. And when you're doing that, they're going to require you to have CPR certification. And you should want to have a CPR certification for all your drivers as well as yourself. So the next thing you do, which is step number 3, is you need to get CPR certified. Like I said, you can do it online or you can go in person. And so this particular course, it's about maybe 50 modules. So it might take you a little time depending on how persistent you're going to be in this particular class. But just know that you can get this done in about a day or so. A day or two. Like I said, the modules, it's about like 50 modules. You got to answer questions, watch videos, and answer questions. Next thing you want to do after this is you want to determine what type of clients you want to service. Now there's a plethora of clients. So there's physical therapy clients. There's discharge, people being discharged from people that are being discharged from the hospital. There's dialysis patients. There's airport transportation, student transportation. What type of client do you want to service in your business? I would come up with like 2 or 3, different clients that I would service. Just to have, I would say, a nice round business model where, you can pick up student transportation from 7 a.m. to it's like 9 a.m., right? And then you got that whole window in between 9 a.m. to like 2:30 when it's time to pick the students back up. And then you can go to a dialysis, you can pick up dialysis patients. And they got a 4-hour window when they go to these particular dialysis appointments. So you can drop off like 2 or 3 people at the dialysis clinics, and it's going to be 4 hours. So in between that time, then you can go to do airport transportation. Or you can do physical therapy. Or you can do something like a pharmacy. Like people need to pick up their medicine from the pharmacy. The amount of clients that you can come up with in this particular industry is, everybody needs to get to their doctor's appointments. And, as everybody should know, there's plenty of people needing, to get to the hospital or clinics. So anybody you can think of that you want to transport on a daily basis or a weekly basis, just jot that down. So you want to, because if you're not going to be working with a broker, you might want to go into these clinics that's out here, specialty clinics. And like I said, there's a gang of specialty clinics out here that you can partner with. So I just want to put that out there. So now you need to come up with the type of client that you want to service. And again, like I said, anybody that you can think of that needs transportation, you can transport and get paid a nice, nice fee for it. This is way different than Uber and Lyft. So Uber and Lyft, I believe the Uber and Lyft situation is like a 55-45 situation or 65-35 situation, where Lyft gets a nice piece of change and Uber gets a nice piece of change on how much these particular drivers when they transport these people. So when you're doing this private transportation, it's something totally different where you just, you're setting your own rates and you're getting 100% of your money. Mind you that you still going to have, overhead costs and things of that nature, but, nobody on the outside, the third party is not getting, a cut of your money. So I just want to make that clear. So coming up with your ideal client is another, one of the next steps that we throw in between this and the next step, which is we want to get passenger assistant safety and sensitivity training. So you might be wondering what this is. So if you are, let me see. This particular course is highly recommended when you are dealing with brokers, when you are dealing with insurance companies, and if you're dealing with medical facilities. So this course teaches you, or this certification teaches you how to properly secure passengers in the vehicle. They also teach you, where is it at? I just want to. So this is basically what it covers. So the passenger assistant safety sensitivity certification programs. Transportation trainers have current expertise in passenger assistant techniques, sensitivity skills, hands-on wheelchair securement, and lift operations. What I mean by lift operations, if you have to assist a particular driver, a passenger in the vehicle, they teach you how to properly, position and to support those particular passengers in the vehicles. So this is important. Like I said, if you're going to be working with Medicaid, especially Medicaid. Medicaid is, as you know, it's a government funded entity, organization. So they require you to have certain certifications. And especially when you're in the medical transportation industry, you have to get medically certified. You know what I'm talking about? So go to, as you see there, ctaa.org and read about this particular course. So they have two different courses, right? They have an online course, and then they have a virtual course where it's either in person or virtually. So one is more, they give you more training, and it's $750, unfortunately, right? But when you're dealing with brokers and insurance companies, they like this certification better than the online certification, where it's limited. So that's only $50. So based off your budget, you always can upgrade later on. So I'm just giving you the information so you can, check this out on your own time. But the online certification is, like I said, $50. And this is where we at right now. About to pull this up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So and it's not that bad. It's about maybe 25 modules. You watch about 25 videos, and you answer the questions afterwards, and then you become certified. Okay, so it's not going to give me a description. So I'm just going to tell you that basically what the description is you're basically doing the you don't get the lift securement in that particular course, or in this course. You get the is it this? I believe it's you get like 3 out of the 6 things that the full course offers. So it's not the full certification. So they might make you go back and take this course depending on what state you're in, but you got to get past certified. And this is going to be important. I know. No, I was just looking for it when I ate my crab cakes. I know, Brooks. I know. But yes, past certification. That's the next thing that you're going to need to do when you're starting your business. Any questions? Any questions while we on here before I move on? I don't want nobody lost, because like I said, we going into 2024, and if you don't get started, soon, like the beginning of 2024, I strongly believe, being in the industry since 2018, I believe they're gonna start, regulating it more. So if you don't follow the proper protocols, just know that when they start implementing things and handing it down to different states, just know that it's not going to be this easy to get into this industry. So if you got any questions, please, jump in and let me know. But let's see. So after we get CPR certified and we get past certification, you're going to want to head over and fill out your provider enrollment form. So what is a provider enrollment form? You know what? No. We want to fill out the NPI. Yes, next we want to do our MPI certificate. Get our MPI number, which stands for National Provider Identifier Number. So the National Provider Identifier Number is a 10-digit number that's basically similar to your EIN number, but it's for the healthcare industry. So if you're a medical transportation provider, you have to get your MPI number from cms.gov. But I want to go over this application with you so you can know exactly what you're filling out. So MPI, if you're going to be working with brokers, Medicaid, again, this is another thing that you're going to need to have. It's your National Provider Identifier Number. What we're going to do is we're going to go over this form real quick so you know exactly what to fill out. When you get to the website. I'm going to share the website with you in a minute, but I just want to go over this particular application so you know what to fill out when it's time. But here we go. All right, so it's 6 pages, but the main thing that you have to worry about, because the first 2 pages is basically telling you what's on the application. So, National Provider Identifier Number, MPI for short, application. And this is used for medical transportation providers. Anybody that's dealing with Medicaid, insurance companies, and sometimes medical facilities. So, when you're filling out this application, Section 1, Basic Information, reason for submittal of this form. You want to fill out initial application. Next thing you want to do, and for the rest of this application, is when it says entity type, everything that we do on the application, we're not filling out anything for individual, because you're not a nurse, you're not a nurse practitioner, you're not a doctor, you're not a medical assistant, you're not an LPN, you're not any of that. You are an organization that's providing medical transportation. So for the rest of the application, remember that you're filling out organization. Do not fill out individual, because if you do, you have to start this shit right back over. You got to do it again. So just so you know, do not do anything for individual, because you are not neither one of those. I'm going to check organization right here. And then right up under it says, is this organization a subpart? You're going to check no. I forgot what a subpart is, but just no. Check no. Next, identifying information. Again, we're going to skip over individual information. We're going to go down to organization. Whatever your business name is. Put your information there. And then remember I told you in the beginning, when we was at step number 2, I believe it was, you needed to get that EIN number. I told you that for a reason. So put your EIN number there. And that's all there for that particular part. Part B, that's all you need for Part B. Next, we're going to go to Section 3. All right, Section 3 is correspondent mailing address. Now, just so you know, if you're filling out this information and you don't want people to look up your business or know where your business organization is, you know, you can opt to get you a what they call a virtual mailing address. But if you don't mind, if you don't think, you know, it's going to bother you, you can worry about doing it later, then you can just put your home address here. So there's no right or wrong answer when you're filling out this information. Me personally, my home address was here. So you put your address, whether it's a virtual address or if you have a physical location, put it right here. But if not, you know, if it's your home address, just put whatever your home address is. One moment. Come on. All right, so Email address, country. All right, so telephone number. Always put your telephone number down there because this is where they're going to be able to contact you if they have any questions. So make sure you put your telephone number in. Next is, it says business practical location. This is basically if you have a location where your vehicles are stored, you can put it right here. If not, if you have a regular,
I didn't know if you let Zuko in the house.
I did. But if you're using your home address, you can just put it right here.
Is that you? Are you putting your address in?
No. We're just going to put anything right here, Scooter Man.
123 Main Street,
Yeah.
Detroit. Because we are in Detroit.
Again, we were talking about it before. Make sure you put your business phone number in there. If you got a fax number, you're going to put it right there. All right, so
Yeah,
Section C.
You should do giveaways.
You're right. I did a giveaway before, though.
What? What'd you give them?
I gave them a free ebook. Other provider identification number. If you have your Medicaid number, if it's required, then you're going to put it right here. Most states don't require you. I'm going to say some states. I ain't going to say most states. Some states don't require you to have a Medicaid number, but if they do, you have to go to the Medicaid website and get your Medicaid number like you did for your EIN number or your, what was that? I forgot the other number, but just know if you need to get your Medicaid number and your state requires, then you go to the Medicaid, your state Medicaid website and put all the information that pertaining to that business. Provider taxonomy code. So every industry has a taxonomy code. And in particular, our particular industry, which is the non-emergency medical transportation industry, the taxonomy code is, make sure you 439 1 2 3 4 5 letter X. So if you can see that, that's the taxonomy code. It's 3439, and then there's 5 zeros that precedes the 9, the letter X. So that's the taxonomy code. Next, we're almost done with the application because it's pretty self-explanatory. Just to let you know, it's not that hard to fill out this information. So remember, we're not putting anything for individual. We're going to do everything for the organization, which is right here. Who is the authorized person to fill out this information? So let's put my name on here. Now, the rest of the information is pretty self-explanatory. So, again, you put in your first name, last name. If you have any credentials, such as your CPR certification, PASS certification, anything, you put it right here because it looks good on the application, just to let you know. Whatever your title is, owner, president, CEO, put it right there. Next, then you'll put your telephone number, just in case they need to contact you. Then, I believe, finally, who is the contact person? The person that's going to be in charge. Maybe you are the person that's going to be driving every day, but you have somebody that's going to be answering the phones. You put that information here. But if that's going to be you, then you just put your information there. You don't have nobody that's going to be answering the phones or, put your email address. And then telephone number. And after that, usually when you're doing it online, you just hit submit. That's the last thing you need to do is hit submit. But you find the application right here. You can do it online. But I just had to do it, on this particular computer, so you can see exactly what to fill out, because they won't allow me to do it while I'm online and to show you. So I just wanted to show you on the physical. Where is we at? So it's cms.gov and National Provider Identifier Number, NPI for short. This is where you come fill it out online. But since you already know how to do it, you just come down here and then you'll proceed through their application after you click that link. You'll create your username, password, sign in, and then you'll go through the application. So that's the NPI application. Usually that comes back to you in about, it used to come back the same day. Usually people was getting their thing done in about 10 minutes. I had people on my lives before, while we were on the live, they're filling out the information as we were, going through this workshop, and they got their stuff online. But as the industry has been increasing and people have been, I guess, more knowledgeable about it, and I guess the influx of applications, it takes about 7 days. So give or take, it might be 3 days. We just say ballpark 3 to 7 days before you get that get your NPI number back. But it's free. Again, this is also free. Any questions? So this particular our process is pretty self-explanatory as far as getting this business started. Now there's a few fundamentals that you need to understand, which is like your EIN number. Make sure you get your business entity set up. Then go get your business checking account, right? Because this is a way where this is how they're gonna correspond with you. Now, there's several ways that they correspond with you via email, via dispatch software. There's several ways that they can just correspond with you, but just make sure you get all your ducks lined up in a row. I mean, your EIN number, your NPI number, your CPR certification, PASS certification, partner with brokers, things of that nature. So now we're going to move on, because I just want to let you know that once you have all that stuff set up, once you do it the right way, you won't have to backtrack and try to play catch up per se. Because when you're filling out your, say for instance, give you an example. When we fill out this NPI application, if you didn't have your EIN number, then you couldn't proceed in this application because you don't have it. There's certain things that they're going to ask you for, and it's basically, pretty self-explanatory that you needed to get that done in order for you to start, with the next step. So, switch this back around. Now, after we, get our NPI, we got our NPI number now. Now we want to fill out a provider enrollment form. So you might be wondering, what is a provider enrollment form? This is basically a form it's an application to let the state that you're in know that you are going to be providing medical transportation. So get you there and back transportation is providing, medical transportation in the Detroit metro area. So then if Medicaid is looking for a wheelchair company facility that they need somebody to transport, and they have a wheelchair, then since you are registered in that database, they can look out to somebody that's in your county, such as your company, to provide that transportation. So this is the reason why we're filling out a provider enrollment form. You are filling out this information because you're providing, medical transportation in your particular state and county. And this is how the state knows who is registered and who, insured and certified to do this particular business. So provider enrollment form is pretty easy. Now let me see.
Welcome to the Provider Enrollment Application Guide, a presentation meant to help you enroll as a provider with Medicaid. In this
So
video,
it's not that hard,
you will
though.
be shown the online application process, step by step, just like you will complete it when you enroll. Let's get started.
If you need help, I mean, usually most states have a basically a
order to
data
sign up
or
as
a
a
video
Medicaid
that
provider,
tells you,
you
what
will
I'm saying,
need
what
to
you
complete
need,
an
what
application.
information you need to put in,
Online
on what
applications
line.
can be completed on the Arkansas Medicaid website. On the site,
Yeah,
you
what's
will
up?
click the provider information link on the left side of the page. Then hover over enrollment.
I don't know if y'all want to sit here for the video, but like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory.
This takes you
I
to
just
the
want you
provider
to
portal.
understand that, this
On the
particular
portal homepage,
process. See,
click
as it says,
Enrollment
Arkansas
Application to
Medicaid.
open the online
Medicaid is the
application
one
form.
that's funding
The
and
application
head of
is
this
split
particular
into steps, and you must have some information
organization.
on hand in order to complete it, including a National Provider Identifier, or NPI, address and zip code.
Again, we were talking about the
taxonomy
NPI number.
codes,
This is why.
tax
I'm saying you got to
ID,
have your
which can
NPI
be
number and all that when
employee
you're signing up for this
identification number or
provider
social
enrollment
security.
form. But let me go back and see if I can go to the application so you can see exactly what I mean. Start your application. Here we go. So enrollment application right here. And basically all these applications basically are pretty much the same throughout all the states. So what you're going to do is there's four different categories that you can choose from: atypical, group, individual with group. Everything that we do is atypical. Provider type, transportation. Specialty, non-emergency. Remember, that last step that we just did, NPI. This is why you gotta put your NPI right here, and then your tax ID. Your tax ID is more than likely your EIN number. They interchange those names, but just know they're all the same. Tax ID, EIN, they're all the same. So you fill that out and you hit continue. It's not going to allow me to continue because I didn't fill out, the proper information. I'm not in Arkansas, so I can't go any further. But that's the basis of, the beginning of the application. The fundamentals that you really need to know. Atypical, transportation, non-emergency or non-emergency medical transportation. They might have different ways of phrasing it, but you are, transportation. But if you need help, like I said, most provider enrollment forms have a video where you can watch it. Like I said, this video is like 19 minutes for anybody that's watching this or might watch it on a replay. And if you're in Arkansas, just know you can watch this and go back to that, through the steps. So after we fill out the provider enrollment form, next thing we want to do is, let me see. Okay, so there's certain things that you also may need to do. Okay, so you're gonna need a website. It doesn't matter, who builds the website. You're gonna need a physical presence. If you're dealing with brokers, that's the next thing we're gonna talk about. If you're dealing with brokers, they're gonna need a place where they can reach out to you, so they can know exactly what you do, what type of services you offer, the rates that you charge, the type of vehicles that you have. So get your website. You can either go to GoDaddy, Squarespace, what's the other one? Shopify. But me personally, this particular company right here, the reason why I got it up is Whole Route. They are specifically designed. They're a company that specifically designs websites for transportation providers. It's kind of expensive, but they do everything that you need to do. So if somebody needs to book a trip on your website, then the software is already implemented in the website, meaning that you don't have to have a plug-in or you have to pay some extra money for Shopify, or maybe Shopify. I don't believe Shopify or GoDaddy has a what is it called, compatibility to do it. But whole route is the place that you can go. So web design. And we're going to talk about insurance in a minute. NEMT Pacific website design. This is what they do. They can start as less as I believe $800, and then they can go all the way up to like $2,500, depending on what all you need in your particular website. But get your website. That's the next thing that you're going to want to do in this particular business. Now after that, after you get your website, you got to wait for the people to contact you. You may need to get some dispatching software. So dispatching software is where somebody can reach out to you and say, hey, look, I need a trip. I'm at 123 Main Street, and I need to go over to 403 Wayne Road. And so you'll tell, basically that software will tell them, okay, well, this particular trip is 13 miles away, and it's going to cost you $241. And so that particular software is going to book that trip, and it's going to send a notification to your phone. So you're going to want this particular software if, your business is growing, because eventually, you'll get to the point where, you're getting booked a lot of trips. So you might need some type of software. And so one of the softwares that, is pretty mainstream is Route Genie. Route Genie has free trips all the way up to 50 trips. Now, it's free for, I believe, all the way up to 50 trips. And then if you need more trips than 50 trips per month, which more than likely you will, I believe it's like $50 or more, but we're going to go over it. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but Route Genie. No, it's not going to tell you how much it is. Yeah, you're going to talk to someone out. Have a representative speak to you about the plans. But the plans are, I know their plans start off at $50. Because I used it before. So it starts off at $50 and then goes all the way up based off, however many trips you plan to take or the volume that you plan to have, per month. So Route Genie. There's also TripSpark. TripSpark is basically another dispatching software that you can use as well. And they do the same thing as Route Genie. You're booking you have a software, set up on your phone and your computer where somebody can book you, from anywhere in your state and send you a notification via your cell phone. You can request a free demo so they can, share with you how to do that. And I suggest anybody that's on here just to do it, even if you're not going to, even if you are not going to, book their particular service at the time, you still want to know what does it offer. So fill out all your information, then somebody contacts you and they'll run through a demo for you. I'll give you one more. So you have just, a few of them. Whatever you want to do, just put in, you can put in NEMT dispatching software and they'll bring up different companies that you can check out. So Zenpav is another one. And this particular company is a black-owned company. Where is it at? Here we go. Don't tell me. All right, here we go. Zenpav, harmonize your tasks and habits, life goals, blah, blah, blah. So, let me see. It's interesting. Maybe they are updating the software. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I know you can. Yeah,
I should have worn me a little t-shirt under here.
you talking about a beater?
Yeah, then me and my cousin would have been like this, holding each other jersey like a.
Oh, that would have been cold. Okay, so look, Zimpab. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to reach out to them to see. Have to let them know that their website is down. You can't access it because this is where you can see all the rates and things like that, but the shit is broke. But you get the point. So, dispatching software. I don't want to go too much further on dispatching software. Just know that, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be something that you need to dive into. All right, so after we do all that, and we got an EIN number, NPI number, we got a business entity set up, we got a business checking account. We fill out a provider enrollment form. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to share this with y'all. So you see how there's companies out, there's businesses out here that want to sell their particular company. They might be it could be any reason. So say for instance, you might got a couple dollars, or you know what I'm saying, you might want to lay this thing away. I don't know how old everybody on here, but I'm from the era where layaway was real popular back in the days, Kmart and shit like that. So you could possibly do owner financing. But this particular business, I just want to give you a general idea. So asking price for this business is $130,000, right? The gross revenue, per year is $178,104. The business has been in operation since 2006. The cash flow, I believe, the cash flow is $59,866, and they have $60,000 in inventory, meaning it's more than likely it's going to be their vehicles. So vehicles or vehicle, it might be just one vehicle. So the inventory is $60,000. It's worth $60,000, and they bring home $59,000. $60,000. Seller motivated, profitable, non-emergency medical transportation company. Has been in existence for 16 years. They currently have 3 wound care centers so they already are established with 3 wound care. So you have contracts, is what they're saying. Sale includes 4 vans. They have 4 vans with rear entry ramps. That's amazing. That is amazing. Just to let y'all know. Seller is willing to train new owner. Seller finance is available. That's what we were just talking about when I was talking about that layaway. You know what I'm saying? You can lay this shit away. Meaning you can come with them for like $2,500 and just start paying on it every month. It's a Florida-based company for sale and offered by Trans World Business Advisors. So amount, loan to finance is $75,000 months, $120. They want $11. Okay, this is what they charge a month for this particular business until it's paid off. They train you. Reason for selling, they want to retire. So just know that you know what I'm saying. This is not one of the most profitable businesses I'm saying, but just know that you can get into this industry. Having to owner possible license, Texas ambulance. Okay. Yeah, but go to LoopNet if you're interested in maybe buying an already established company, and you can see what you can get into, because there's plenty of companies out here that's willing to sell, and as you've seen, you can lay that joint away. I mean, you can put that baby on layaway and be in a transportation business with little to no money out of pocket. Just basically your startup costs, getting your EIN number and your business entity set up, and putting a couple dollars in your business checking account. So I wanted to just share that with you. But the next thing you want to do after all that was said and done is, where are we at? Okay. So if anybody on here from Louisiana, this is where you set up your business entity. This is what we had for last class. I did the last workshop. So we want to pay your application fee. So once I get to it, I can share with y'all what the application fees be looking like. Here we go. All right. So New York. Provider enrollment application fee. As I was saying in the beginning of this workshop, we're talking about, okay, how much is the application fee? Okay, so like I was saying before, it varies from state to state. I believe New York, New Jersey, it's all $688. North Carolina is like $595. Texas is like, I believe, $620. California, I believe, is $620. Arizona, I believe, is $600. So all these particular states they're different in a way. Reason why I said at the beginning of this workshop is you have to do your own research, meaning, everybody's state is not the same. So I don't want to give you information like, okay, hey, Dante or the homeschool dad said, hey, look, it's only going to be $688 when it's actually maybe only $500. So you got to do your own due diligence on your particular state so you'll know exactly, your startup costs. Because next thing that we're going to talk about is, after we do this application fee, because I should have did this after the thing I'm going to talk about now. So you know what, let me reverse that real quick. Two things that you're going to need to do is, two things that you're going to need to have for your particular business is you need commercial auto insurance and general liability insurance. These two insurances, and maybe one or two states may require you to have bonded insurance, but for the most part, commercial auto insurance, general liability insurance is needed for your vehicle. And no, you cannot use your general liability insurance for your vehicle that you have now. It has to be designated for a business, meaning commercial auto insurance. Okay, so just so you know, don't think you can use your other insurance that you have on your vehicle now. You have to get something specifically for a business. And so what we're gonna do? Let me get all out y'all grill real quick because I keep on jumping. All right, so there's there's several companies that you can use as far as getting you some commercial auto insurance. Progressive is one. Progressive is no longer doing insurance in Michigan. I believe they backtrack in a few other states, but just know that you can go to Progressive and get you some commercial auto insurance depending on what state you're in. And you also there's another way that you can get the best insurance rate, because a lot of people contact me via email or or DM or whatever and say, hey, look, this shit is kind of high. What you can do is hold on, let's put this right shit here. NEMT insurance. Let's spell this shit right now. You talking about them
Dad didn't touch it, broke it.
those little things like this?
Yeah.
Those in that closet right there.
My headset too.
I ain't see no headset.
He want a burger. Should I let him starve or cook it for him? Oh, dang.
Okay, so NEMT, what did I put? Insurance broker, yeah. Okay, so insurance brokers allow you. They're the ones that's gonna go out here and get the best insurance rates for you. So say for instance you don't want to look, and or you've been looking and they've been charging you too much, because this shit can be like expensive, meaning that it can be a policy could run you $2,500 a month. As far as insuring your vehicle, because you're transporting people. There's a reason why. Y'all turn that light off in that hallway. Buggy. Bugs. Turn that light off in the hallway. But it could get expensive, depending on, your vehicle and also the years that you be in business, because most of the people that's on here probably just now starting off, so it might get kind of expensive. But the job of an insurance broker is to get you the best rates. So you can use an insurance broker to get you, you know what I'm saying, the cheapest rate. But you can go to Progressive. You can also go to
Eddie wanted to go somewhere today, but I told him
what's happening, young lady?
to
I'm on live. I'm going to call you back.
Undefeated.
I told him to call you. He didn't call you?
I just wanted to tell you I got a 69 out of 70.
Straight up. Okay. Hey, look,
We undefeated.
that part.
Oh, you undefeated, period.
Yeah, he undefeated. They won that game.
We
Yeah,
made it to the
they
championship.
cooked him. But yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you once I get off.
Our coach had
live,
got us McDonald's.
Oh, okay, period.
though. Great job, though. You know what I'm talking about?
I said,
You're stressed out and shit,
I
eh?
gotta go to the rec 'cause I got it today. And
Right, but I love you. I'll talk to you in a minute.
I was like, you wanna play
I love you,
basketball?
yo.
He was like, I don't know. And everything I said, he said, I don't know. So I was like, okay, just call.
Okay, so,
And then he was like,
oh yeah. Okay, so commercial auto insurance and general liability insurance. You can go to several companies. So, Progressive is one of them that you can try out. It does non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT insurance as well. I believe they're in all 50 states, or they might be in like 40 states. But you know, they help give you the best, you know, quotes as far as, you know, your business model. So NEMT auto insurance, NEMT general liability insurance, workers' compensation insurance. So getting your insurance is imperative. Okay, so besides it, let me see. The reason why you want to have this is coverages available: bodily injury coverage, property damage, uninsured or underinsurance, physical damage to your vehicle, general liability, workers' compensation. You know what I'm saying? They have all that in that's umbrella. You know, we offer programs for non-emergency, elderly, and handicapped passenger transportation. Some of the things that we do with our service, meaning non-emergency transportation businesses. So, NEMT Insurance is another company. Then we got
What are you talking about companies for?
talking about businesses.
Seaco.
Geico is another one,
You should be talking
but Geico is not in all 50 states though.
Oh, you are talking about insurance.
So you can reach out to a representative to get you some commercial auto insurance and general liability insurance. This is the most expensive expenses that we have in the non-emergency medical transportation. Bugs, open that window. So just know, you want to make sure that you are getting the best quotes and the best rates for you on a monthly basis, because, no, they can hear me because the microphone is right here next to me. You just want to make sure that you are able to, I guess, get the cheapest one, because, like I said, this can get really expensive.
But I got
You don't have to worry about anything.
and I think you need to answer it for them. How much is it?
How much is insurance?
No, like insurance.
They have to call and see. That's why I'm showing them where to go. They got to go to this company right here. Yeah, and then they're gonna tell them, you know what I'm saying, how much the insurance is. Now, when you're getting started, I want you to get discouraged if they tell you some more astronomical number, because the money that you're gonna make in this particular industry, you can make. I say the minimum you'll make is like $5,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, on average, I would say just $10,000 a month. But then you got overhead costs. Overhead costs is your insurance. Now, depending on if you're hiring drivers, which we're going to talk about in a minute, or you're hiring independent contractors, would determine if that eats into your profit. So, oh shit. We're about to, oh shit. We're about to be cut off in a minute. So I'm getting no damn, all right, so after we do our insurance, I gave you a few companies, or you could just, like I said in the beginning, just Google insurance brokers, NMT insurance brokers, Dallas or Texas, NMT insurance brokers, Indiana, NMT insurance brokers, whatever states you're in.
Geico? You use a different place except for Geico?
Yeah, I already showed them the other companies. Okay.
What about what's in your wallet? The people that say that. Did you show them that?
No, I didn't show them that.
You need to get shown.
Okay, I lost my train of thought of what I was supposed to be doing next. But we did the application. I think that was the application fee. Yeah, that's what it was. So again, the application fee can range from $688 to or $500 to all the way up to $800, depending on what state you're in. That's why I was saying in the beginning, do your own research, because you want to know basically a general ballpark of how much how much this business is going to cost you to get started. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go in here blind. So this is one of the fees that you're going to be calculating. The only way that you can submit these particular payments is you have to mail these payments in. They don't do it online payments. You have to mail it into the proper department. So you have to get a check, includes your check. Online payments, you have to mail it into the proper department. So you have to get a check, includes your check, payable to the New York State Department of Health with your enrollment form, meaning your provider enrollment form. Includes your NPI number and your EIN number. They call it a Federal Employee Identification Number, same thing, on the check. So that's the reason why I was saying in the beginning, you make sure you follow the correct steps, because one thing I'm going to tell you about this is, if you submit the wrong information on this application, you don't get this $688 back. So I'm saying, so if you fuck that up, you just know that you lost that money. So make sure you do everything the correct way, so you do not, forfeit that money right there. Now, a lot of people be wanting, okay, well, how do brokers, that's what I need to talk about. All right, so if you are in a broker state, you might not know what a broker state is. A broker is basically a middleman. Say Medicaid is up here, the state of, we're going to say state of California is up here, your company is down here. There's somebody that needs to speak to Medicaid, which is the brokers. They are right here in the middle. They're the ones that get the contracts to send to you. They're the ones that get the payment from Medicaid and they send to you. So if you are in a broker state, such as California, Texas, Colorado, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, New Jersey, Wisconsin, Washington, I said Arizona already, Nevada. You know what I'm saying? If you're in one of those states, just know that you have to work with a broker. And there's several brokers out there. There's Access to Care. It's free to partner up with these people. What you do is you go to their website. And if you haven't filled out, if you haven't did any of the other steps, do not try to partner with the brokers if you don't have your NPI number, if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, your PASS certification, if you don't have your CPR certification. None of that's, let's see. So manage transportation, then what we do is go down to learn how Access to Care can help your organization.
Tell them not pay attention to me. Don't pay attention to me.
So you fill out your contact information, state, I am a transportation provider, and then you submit. And then somebody will be contacting you if they have any further information that they need to gather from you, which they more than likely are, because they're going to need to know the type of vehicle that you have. Do you have a wheelchair accessible vehicle, or is it basically ambulatory? Do you have a gurney, you know what I'm saying, vehicle, stretcher van? Like, they're going to ask you those questions. But let me go to a different broker so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see if they got the mod of care. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom of this page, non-emergency medical transportation solutions. Let's see, I think it's right here. Zula. Begin application. So once you begin the application, they're going to basically get the same information, but it might be a little bit different. You put your name, job title, email address, company name, website. This is why I was saying get your website in the beginning. City, state, zip code, what's your average monthly trips since you are just starting off. You put that. Number of vehicles, this is why I was telling you that in the beginning.
What about license?
You have one vehicle. How many total drivers you have, put up whatever, how many drivers you have. What type of ATM vendor software do you use? Okay, so this is what we're talking about, dispatching software. I'm just going to put Route, Genie, EMT services, ambulatory. And then you hit submit. Now, the discrepancy about working with brokers is, now brokers, I believe the disparity with brokers is they get like 35% of each trip or each leg that you transport. Meaning each person that you transport, they get 35% of each person. So you get 65. They get 35. And also their base rate is really low when you're dealing with brokers. So their base rate usually starts off with, as we're going to talk about right now. So after you hook up with the brokers, right, and they approve you to work with them if you are in a broker state, right, and it's time to talk about money. So. Oh yeah, so here goes another one. Learn about this Massachusetts. So anybody on here from Massachusetts, or if you watch the replay and you're from Massachusetts, your application fee is also $688. But where is it at? Here we go. Now, Route Genie also tells you what is like basically like the national average for base rates for you transporting people. This is basically dealing with brokers. So this is only for brokers. This is not for private pay. If you don't know what private pay is basically you are obtaining your business on your own. You are going into these medical facilities. You are contracting with them, and you setting your own rates. Now, if you're dealing with brokers that's dealing with Medicaid, they have a set rate that they have.
I'm gonna do some shout outs.
Huh?
You should do shout outs.
No, we're not doing shout outs on this slide. So, NEMT rates. Is an NEMT business profitable? So, as I was saying before, private pay versus Medicaid. Private pay is what we do. You know, I don't like dealing with Medicaid. That's how I started off. Medicaid is it's nice because it gets you clients and you get to understanding the business, you know, part of this industry. You know what I'm saying? You get your feet wet. And you also, when you get into these medical facilities and people getting to know you as a face, knowing your face and your presence, then, you know what I'm saying, it makes it that much easier, you know what I'm saying, for you to transition to doing private pay, which I would do simultaneously. But here is what they consider, you know, their base rate fees, you know, nationwide. So your base rate fee is basically ambulatory. They charge anywhere from between $25 to $30, you know what I'm saying, one way. So that's just a one-way trip during a weekday. Off hours and weekends and holiday pay, you can get $30 to $40. I believe holiday pay, they're saying, is $35 to $45. If you have a wheelchair vehicle, it's $45 to $50. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Monday through Friday, all the way up to like 6, 7 o'clock. Off hours, anything after, you know what I'm saying, 5 or 6 o'clock, you try $75 to $90. Gurneys, $100 to $200, and additional fee for mileage. Okay, so anything they might charge like $30. I mean, they might charge like, say for instance, somebody being transported for like 12 miles away. Okay, the first 5 miles is free, but anything after that, they charge a fee, which is this right here, $3 to $5 per mile. That's during the weekday, you know what I'm saying, normal business hours. After that, $5 to $7 per mile off them peak hours. And then if you say, for instance, that a client is requesting that you stay, okay, they don't want you to go nowhere because, you know, in this industry, unfortunately, some patients get, you know what I'm saying, left at their particular appointments and have no way home. So they may request that you stay there, right? So you can charge a fee. Now, if you're doing private pay, you can change this to whatever you want it to be. But, you know, if you're working with brokers or Medicaid, this is what, you know what I'm saying, they base nationwide rate is $15 to $30. And if you need an additional attendant, meaning if they want to bring a family member with them in the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, another person, you can charge an additional fee. So these are basically the fees that you can charge. Now, if you had say for instance, you got private pay clients, you went into a medical facility, say for instance, you went into a dialysis clinic, and they gave you a 2-year contract, okay, and you're doing private pay, meaning that you're not working with brokers, you are working directly with their Medicaid or insurance companies. Well, you may charge $65 to $75 for your base rate. You know what I'm talking about? And then, you know, we'll say $3 to $4 for, depending on where you're at in the country as far as gas go, $3 to $4 for your mileage, which is right here. And then you can charge whatever your wait time if a driver requests you. I mean, if a patient requests you to stay with them. So that's how you can. This is a way for you to come up with a general idea of what your rates could be. But if you're working with brokers, like I said, these are going to be pretty much what the rates are, and that's just a one-way trip. Just so you know. So if it's $25 that they're offering you, it's $25 there and $25 back. So that's $50 plus however much you're charging for the mileage. And if they're requesting wait time, then you get that as well. But just know, doing this math right here, that the broker, if you are in a broker state, they're going to get, you know, like 35% of whatever that number is right there. Okay. Then after that, I believe we did rates. Let's see. They're brokers. Did insurance. We did software. MPI. Business checking. EMT application fee. It's the application fee as well. The history. Oh, we did the gave you examples of how much these businesses range at and how you can get your business on layaway. Then we did the MPI number, the business entity setup. Same thing. We did the provider enrollment form. We did the rates, application fee, websites, MPI, EIN number, CPR certification, and PASS certification. Okay, so that's basically everything you need to know on how to get started. Now, we in our real workshops, you know, it's like a 4-hour course that we do. We go into more details on, you know, filling out this information for you. But these are the fundamental steps for you to get started in this particular business. Now, I want you to understand that it's not complicated as far as getting into this business. I didn't talk about this. Okay, so if you are hiring, say for instance you want to hire a driver, right? There's two ways that you can go about doing this. You can hire them as a hourly employee or salary employee, or you can hire them as an independent contractor. So the reason why I want to share with you these two different ways to, you know, hire when you get to the point where you're hiring these employees. I would steer away when I'm first starting off. I would steer away from hiring hourly or salary employees. Reason being is, you know, but still, how you know, don't take my word for it. You may want to reach out to a CPA or a financial advisor or somebody that can help you with your business. But the reason why I'm saying that is, when you're hiring an hourly employee, you're responsible for, you know, health care, you're responsible for workman compensation insurance, unemployment insurance. All of that comes out of your budget. You know what I'm talking about? Remember we were talking about this $5,000 to $10,000 or $20,000 a month that you're making in your business. If you don't want that overhead to or that turn that down. Scooter, pause that real quick.
Because you go sing it?
No, I have to they might flag my video for that
Then
music.
you go sing it after.
Yeah, so just wait. I'm almost done, okay?
I want you to sing it while you're doing it.
I can't because they're gonna flag the video. So you just wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Hourly employee or independent contractor. Independent contractor, you hire them as a per need basis. So say for instance, you working with a broker or whatever. They send you like 40 trips, right? And you hire a driver because you need the manpower, the people to service help you service these appointments. Okay, so you're hiring them as an independent contractor, meaning they're getting paid per contract. Meaning if they're going to take these trips, you give them 10 trips for that particular week, then they're going to get paid for those 10 trips. They're responsible for their own taxes also, you know what I'm saying? Taxes come out when you are working with it or hiring hourly employees or salary employees. You are responsible for submitting those taxes to the IRS as well. But if you are independent contractor, they're responsible for their own, insurance. They're responsible for their own taxes, and it helps you with your overhead when you're getting started. You know what I'm saying? And then when you scale your business up, then you can, go to a different route. But I just want to, throw that out there because, when you do get to the point where you're hiring people, you know what I'm saying, you got to do what's best for your business at that particular time and saving as much money as possible because, like I said, insurance is going to be your most expensive expense. So,
So insurance is more than taxes.
insurance is usually more, Zula, insurance is usually more than taxes, yeah. It's just kind of expensive. But if y'all got some questions, let's have a quick dialogue so I can answer these questions. If you don't want to ask questions right now, you need to talk to me further. I'm gonna put my email, and you just email me your questions later if you come up with something.
Oh,
That's my email if you want to reach out to me. I did talk about it. So we are putting into effect the first of top of the year NEMT University. So what NEMT University entails is
somebody say go live together.
NEMT University entails we have a course on there. We have the NEMT course. We have all our ebooks. We have our policies and procedures templates. We have our cold calling scripts on the university. We have live training. We have guest speakers in the NEMT industry coming on a monthly basis. We have all the compiling all the resources from all the states that you're going to need as far as provider enrollment transportation manuals for Texas, provider transportation manuals for Arizona. We're trying to compile all the information and put it into one database. So that's going to be NEMT University. It's a monthly membership, $97 monthly. You get unlimited access. Once you get done, there's a gang of information on there. This is why we try to compile all this information, because there's when people first start in this business, they got to reach out to many different sources to get all this information. So we try to make this more accessible to people getting started.
You should start selling merch.
Selling merch.
You get a lot of money for that.
My son said we need to start selling merch. So maybe we should. Y'all know my theme, what up though? So we might have some what up though merch, coming soon or whatever. But if you ain't got no questions, right? I'm gonna tap out of here in a minute, just so I can get this information uploaded. I guess I'm gonna upload this video. I don't know how we do this. I'm save it, get it up on YouTube or whatever. But those are the fundamentals to getting started. Like I said, NEMT University is coming. We just dropped an ebook, a how-to ebook. Oh my God! Like
Hold on, you should tell them to follow you on your IG.
Follow me on IG. My son said thehomesschooldad.eth is my handle. I'm also on YouTube. Follow The Homeschool Dad on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got anything we need to learn about the NEMT industry. We have all the videos on YouTube as well.
And also follow me on IG too.
And follow my baby boy on IG too. He said.
Nakari Nelson.
But
NACARRINELSON.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in here and do this workshop with y'all today, and just let you know. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, the ebook. Now, if this ain't help you and you need a breakdown, you're more of
iPhone.
I guess a reader. If you're a reader, I have an ebook that just dropped about a month ago. It has everything that you need to know on how to start this NEMT business. You can head over to my website, which is www.thehomesschooldad.com, and get the ebook. The ebook has it's an ebook bundle. The ebook bundle. Hold on, son. The ebook bundle has the 2.0 ebook, which is how to start your NEMT business step-by-step guide. It also comes with the policies and procedures manual. It also comes with the cold calling scripts medical facility cold calling strips and student transportation script, as well as I can't remember what else is in that bundle, but it would do you some justice to go get that bundle, because it'll help you out. There's a lot of resources in there to help you out. Like I said, in that bundle, and you get everything that you're gonna need to get started. You know, you won't leave. You won't leave without knowing how to start this business. You know what I'm saying? You will have everything, because especially if you want to work with private pay clients. Let me talk about private pay. So private pay clients is where you go into when you signing up with people outside of the government. Meaning, okay, so say for instance you want to deal with Medicaid directly, but you have a medical facility over here in your neighborhood that they have senior living, and they need people to transport them, right? You can go in there and create a contract. We also have, like I said, independent contractors on the website as well, and you can set up a contract, maybe a 2-year contract with a medical facility, and they give you all their person or their clientele for that particular facility for that 2 years, right? And so you're transporting those people, getting paid privately. So you're setting your own rates. Meaning there's nobody gonna be in between you and your money. So if you are in a broker state and you're working with a broker, I would tell you to start working with private pay clients on the side, so you can be building your business up simultaneously. So eventually you won't need those brokers, because brokers are basically to be used as a jump start to you starting this business. That's all. That's the only thing that you should be using them for. You want to use them to jump start your business, get you clients, get your feet wet in this business, and start rubbing shoulders with people. This is the people business first and foremost. So if you don't like talking with people, one thing you're going to do is you're going to get out your shell and start talking with people and start letting people know. You start producing flyers, brochures. Producing brochures, and start going to any medical facility, clinic, physical therapy place, gyms. Any place where you think people would need transportation, and introduce yourself and speak to the any person in charge of transportation coordination. That's who you want to speak to. Anybody that's the head of transportation coordination. And this is how you're going to get yourself in the door and get people familiar with who you are. And just because if somebody tell you no right now, don't mean that you can't go back maybe 2 months later and introduce yourself, because maybe they fire their contractor who they were contracted with before, and now they're looking for somebody to facilitate that business for them, and that could be you. So don't never think that closed door the first time is going to continue to be that closed door like 2 months later, because it don't even work like that. You got to be persistent in this business, and just just know that this is a it's a people's industry. Don't get into it for the money, because the money is really good. It's just let you know that the money is really good. Now, a 10K a month it's not phantom, not far reach from you obtaining, making $10,000 a month with that vehicle that you have. Just know that you're gonna be putting in some work, with that vehicle. But if I would tell anybody on here right now that's watching this, if you want to get into this industry, this would be the best time to jump into this business. We're going into the new year. The government funding is about to be coming out. That Medicare and Medicaid, they done they tweaked up some stuff as far as the funding, because the funding comes out. They was working on this like in September of what they're gonna be putting into the Medicare and Medicaid industry come in 2024. So it would do you some justice to get that ball rolling right now, because this process takes about, I would tell you, it takes about 4 months. Back and forth. The application, provider enrollment application takes like 4 to 6 weeks. The MPI application takes about a week. then you're gonna be doing, life happens, and you might want to take your CPR certification. So you gotta watch all them videos if you don't go in person. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, if you want to do the CPR certification, just go in person, because it's going to take you just like 4 hours out of your day, as opposed to watching those 50 videos and answering them questions. Because watching all them videos and answering them questions is going to be time consuming, unless you got a whole day that you can block off to knock it out. But I know how life happens. People are parents on here, so you know what I'm saying. You can just go knock it out in one day, as opposed to just, doing an online course, because it's cheaper. But it's going to take you longer. So the whole process from start to finish, is about 4 months, give or take.
That's for that.
Yeah, that's for that. I actually should be turning it on so I can turn it off when I end this live, because I'm about to end the live. So,
And they should download this app where nobody can try to hack into their stuff and stuff.
I believe that is everything that I wanted to share with y'all today, as far as getting started. I just want to make sure that if you are on here and if you lost on anything, that you got the opportunity now, just so we can break bread, so I can answer some questions for you before you dive into getting started.
Zuka.
But if not, like I said, I'm gonna leave the ball in y'all court so y'all can get started. There's plenty of resources that I have on my website. NEMTuniversity.com is coming. We'll say the first of sometime in January, we'll be dropping NEMT University. Again, it's a monthly membership. Excuse me. It's a monthly membership where you can come, get the course. You also can get one-on-one consultation. You also can get all our ebooks, all our templates, manuals, cold calling scripts. There's abundance of resources in there to help you, further your journey in this NMT industry. So take that vehicle that you have right now, turn it into an ambulatory business. Start making some money. Start partnering up with these brokers if you are in a broker state.
And you'll become a billionaire.
We working on the billion, right? Like my son said, we working on that billion. If you're making $5,000 a month, that's $60,000 in your own business, and you turn that $60,000 into $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year.
What happened to the thousands that y'all used to make from the vending machine?
The vending machine is still up there at the business.
And y'all had $1,000 and y'all spent that?
No, we put it in the business account. But yeah, go to our YouTube channel. Again, those are another form of videos or resources that you can watch. You know what I'm saying? I put all my workshops up, not all my workshops up. We put videos up there, tutorials, how-to videos. Zula.
And some on his IG, he got one video.
And then follow us on Instagram as well. So, like I said, if I don't have no more questions, I'm gonna tap out. But what I will leave you with right now, just to end the live, is my elder, my ancestors, my loved one, my grandmother used to say to me and all my family, don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. I'm gonna rewind that again. Don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Meaning, if I share some information with you today that helped you and sparked your brain, and you might be interested in doing, getting into the industry, jump on this information, start doing your research. Don't wait till tomorrow to do it. Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow ain't promised nobody. You know what I'm talking about? If you have children like I do, we all trying to leave some type of legacy and some type of financial stability to our family. This could be, the start of that. So jump into this information. It's a great business. I can tell you that. It's great to help people. That's another thing. You come to meeting a lot of good people in this particular industry. Eventually they become family. So if this is something, that might touch you, I would say don't wait. Don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Jump on this information. If you need a consultation and you might find yourself needing some help, go to thehomesschooldad.com. Yeah, thehomesschooldad.com. and book a consultation. We can walk you through that journey. We help you with your help you get started. You know what I'm talking about. But without further ado, you know I had y'all on here for
About
enough time. Hopefully this workshop helped. I should have been better organized, but you know it's been a minute.
Alright.
Let her outside.
I want y'all to comment Merry Christmas.
My son said Happy Holidays to everybody, so I'll leave y'all with that. Don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Love and light to everybody. I appreciate y'all. You know, have a good one. I hope it don't stop it.
I know what you gotta do.
Yeah, it only stops for the camera.